to the stream?
If we get like 25 subscribers or so,
Oh, okay.
I'm planning to give one out. If not, like by the end of the event tomorrow, we'll just raffle one off between who did subscribe.
Go back to the.
This guy beat you when you were playing zombies on DN.
Oh man, that must have been a bad night. Anytime I'm playing zombies on Dueling Network, it's just for fun. I don't even think I have a zombie deck built right now.
Do they call you the zombie master?
Um, you know, they did.
I guess they're starting.
Am I on right now? All right. We're getting the names of the people right now. I have no idea what deck plays tour guide right now, though. Is this Dino Rabbit? I swear I just saw a Cabazals. Yeah, this is Dino Rabbit. What? Well, I'm speechless. I haven't seen Dino Rabbit.
Dude, maybe
Um,
it's Burning Abyss.
no, I saw Cabazals and Sabersaurs.
I'm just kidding. Is that for the rabbit?
And there's Guaiba. I mean, yeah, it's
This
just
has to be.
I'm speechless.
That's for the rabbit, yeah. Holy crap, dude. Did you like Dino Rabbit back in the day?
Well, I was banned
Oh,
when Dino Rabbit was out, but when I played in like 1Ks or anything, I used Dino Rabbit, and I was a really big fan of the deck. I played Wind Up for a time too, so it was just back and forth between those two. But Dino Rabbit was definitely one of my favorite decks.
I really like playing it.
I'm a really big fan of control decks. Like
I was like just gonna say that exact sentence verbatim.
that's why right now I'm not the biggest fan of the format because they hit Geargia, and other than Artifacts, which I don't think is a very strong deck, Geargia was the only control-oriented deck. Like the next closest thing besides Artifacts would be like Sylvans, and Sylvans are still more combo-oriented than control. It's actually a really strong play.
Levier into that, yeah.
Because now he's also just threatening a rabbit again on the next turn.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's playing against Light Sworn, so. Now the question is if he knows that, because if I mean I guess against anything you would still bring out. He's probably just gonna follow this up with a Dolka because I mean even if you play against Mermails or
Yeah.
something like that, you're still not going to want to attack into a Lin. So play he's probably gonna go into is just a Dolka right here.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yep. And oh yeah, well that's actually just he can just negate that with Dolka, which he should do.
I don't even know what Rainbow Karibo does.
When a monster, oh no, it's when it attacks. I thought it was when it attacked directly. I guess not. Oh no. I'm thinking of Battle Fader. I'm sorry. Because Rainbow Karibo was a card that a lot of people were worried about. being able to like you play around like Crimson Blader. I know Crimson Blader is not like a popular card right now, but when the card first came out, everyone was like, you can make a field, then not have to worry about Crimson Blader or things like that. So
So he should be like. Is that game?
uh, no, it shouldn't be game because he can't attack with the Guaiba that he
Okay,
brings
yeah.
out. So
I couldn't remember if you could or not. I haven't seen Guaiba in
let's see, he's 51,
forever.
60,
Should be at 15.
69, so he's gonna be at 11
Oh, 11.
if I did that right. That was just quick math.
Well,
15. You're right. You're right. It's 15. So does the first Dolka have any materials on it, or did he negate? I guess he negated
used to.
he negated Rainbow Kribo twice. That seems a little bit overzealous. He probably just could have let the Rainbow Kribo get summoned, attacked over it, and then saved his Dolka material. He's just. I mean, I guess.
He's got another one though.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. He's still on the same like clock though. He wasn't going for game that turn, and like next turn he's gonna have game regardless if Rainbow Karibo's like blocked one attack or not. So it's not. It doesn't really matter right here, but it's just.
Discard title for Lumina. I assume Dolka's gonna do something. Maybe not. He might just let it come out.
Oh, okay. Chat said he negated Eclipse and Karibo.
That must have been the face down.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Even Eclipse though, I don't even think that's really worth negating because you have to realize you're playing against Lightsworn, and he made the other Dolka in main phase 2, but he also continued to attack with everything. So if his opponent would have had Gores in his hand, that would have put him in a really, really bad position. Whereas if he just lets Wyvern go through, there's nothing that Wyvern can remove from the deck that's actually going to matter because he's threatening lethal on his next turn. So Judgment Dragon being removed, there's not enough Lightsworn, and Diablos.
Wait, he has a
There's
Judgment
again,
Hand.
there's not enough lights in the grave for that to even be live. So it doesn't really seem like that'd be that devastating to let Wyvern go through. And he also left himself prone to Gores. Like it didn't turn out that way, but it could have. Yep, that was a pretty decisive game one. Lightsworn didn't really get to play.
The Levier into Lagia was just.
Yeah, that's that first turn where they have to get over Lygia. They have to bait out that negation. Plus, you have 2 back row, because if they don't, then you have Levier just to do what it did. It just gets back Rabbit again. That's really, really strong. So.
James deciding in macro.
Now it's Macro Rabbit. So is James 3-0?
I don't know. I didn't ask their records. I assume they're either 3-0 or 2-1 each.
That's really surprising to see.
I know.
Dino Rabbit doing that good. Like that's. I mean, I would assume they're 3-0, but I wonder what his first 3 matchups were on if.
I don't even know.
To be honest, I don't know what they could have been to win. Like I just can't. I don't know. Maybe he's just figured something out that I haven't. Obviously, he has. He's doing well with it so far. But Lygia and Dolka are 2 of the best exceeds in the game. So I guess if you can take advantage of them still with Dino Rabbit at 1, then I mean not Dino Rabbit with Rescue Rabbit at 1, then it's definitely something not to look past.
Do you think Rabbit could go to 2?
Um, I don't like.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
want to
really.
fight Evil Swarm
No,
then,
don't
but
get me wrong. I don't know what like I haven't really looked that much into
yeah.
pendulums and understand what they do, but I know there's been a lot of normal pendulum monsters that are
True.
coming out. So I don't know if that's anything you can abuse in any
Mhm.
way, but if it is, then that might not be the best thing for it to come back to two. I think strictly for Dino Rabbit, like if that was the only deck it could be used in,
Yeah.
then I think that would be fine. I don't think Dino Rabbit was bad for the game. If anything, I thought Tour Guide was the the uh, the card that needed to be hit in that deck because like if you draw Dino Rabbit, then you draw Dino Rabbit. You get one Exceed and sure it's a good Exceed, but it's not like you're not going to win the game because of that.
Yeah.
But follow that up by a Tour Guide and then be able to use Rabbit again. That's to the point where it gets where you're killing your opponent on turn 2 because you have a Lygia, Leviair, and then you bring out 2 Sabersaurus and just kill them the next turn. I think that was the biggest problem. I think if Rescue Rabbit just went to 2 and they did something to Tour Guide, which they should do anyway because of Burning Abyss coming out,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think it would be that bad.
I know Joji Orlando was talking about running a deck with pendulums and just a bunch of like level 4
Dinosaur.
dinosaurs and
Yeah.
just make a bunch of Dolkalagia.
I mean, yeah, like that goes back to what I said earlier. Dolka and Lygia are 2 of the best Exceeds that, like in the game,
Mhm.
and if you can find a way to abuse them, then it's usually a pretty good strategy. It's just right now there's not really an efficient way to abuse
Mhm.
them. So looks like Rick started off a little bit stronger this time. He milled Breakthrough, which is going to be really big for stopping Lygia, and I guess Dolka too, because Dolka's only monster effects. So
Yep.
having Breakthrough skill in Grave's actually very big.
That was all off Curry Bandit, right?
Yeah, because he got Dark Hole off of
Mhm.
Curry Bandit.
He's playing a Curry Bandit in Dino Rabbit. I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, what that Breakthrough skill in the Grave pretty much means is that he's going to have to, on his first rank 4, he's going to have to forego Dolka or Lygia and probably go into a Karen Gorgon. That way, when he does make a Lygia or Dolka, he can redirect the Breakthrough skill to Karen Gorgon instead of the Breakthrough affecting his Dolka or Lygia, which that slows down his game and gives Lightsworn more time to set up what they want to do. And like once Lightsworn get an established Grave, they're bringing back dragons. They're dropping Judgment Dragons. They're Diablos. So that's one thing about Lightsworn. You can't let them get going because if they do, then that's when they're almost unstoppable. But the only problem is they have such a hard time getting to that point before they just lose that it's fallen out of favor for most competitive players.
Soul Charge for 2.
Any warning? What 2 did he target? It was Lumina, and I didn't get to see the other one.
Gareth.
Okay. Those aren't a bad 2 to have. Looks like he has Raiden in his hand.
Mhm.
Maybe he's thinking about trying to summon that and mill a Lightsworn to ram.
Yeah. Maybe.
It also looks like he has maybe Tidal
Yeah.
and Tempest.
It's definitely Tidal.
Okay, so he's just going to Dark Hole. I don't really know if Dark Holing right there was the best idea. Like I think like I said earlier, I think James pretty much is at a point because of breakthrough skill being engraved where he's going to have to make Karen Gorgon and then follow it up with a Dolka Elagia, and if you just Dark Hole when he makes Karen Gorgon, there's literally just nothing else he has other than Rhapsody, and that's not
He mills
realistic.
charge and recharge off the Raiden.
Yeah, that was not the way he wanted that to
Yeah.
go. So I guess it's good he didn't try to mill off of Raiden
Yeah.
and Ram, because that wouldn't have worked out. Even though he does have Necro Gardener, but it would just force him to waste the Necro Gardener to save Raiden.
I think it's interesting. He's playing Minerva.
Yeah, I've seen. Well, back when Lightsworn was being played more, like when the structure deck first came out, a lot of people favored running one Minerva because it was another name, and it also, even though it's very minimal because it was just one mill after it got milled, like it just added an additional card, but it helped you see more of your deck.
So I believe he played Rabbit and that got breakthrough.
Oh, Rabbit got so there's
I
two breakthrough
think.
engraved. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because he has Tour Guide in hand.
I see I was going to say the one thing Rick is going to have to worry about is with Tour Guide in hand, you do have to worry about the Leviair into double Sabersaurus and attacking for a lot of damage. But since Rick has Necrogard in the grave, he's pretty much secured that he can't just get OTK'd. Definitely by Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit usually need every one of their attacks to OTK someone.
There's too much glare on this. We're on the side stream, by the way, guys. We didn't plan too much for glare on here as the mainstream didn't have any, so.
Yeah, the mainstream was supposed to be Patrick Hoban against Ben Leverett, but they decided to draw.
If this goes through, it's game.
Fiendish Chain on the... It'd have to be the Judge. I guess it could be the Star Eater before it battled. It'd put James down to 3,000. This is a really unique deck by James because I believe I see Curry Bandit in the
Yeah,
he
that's what I
definitely
said
has Curry
earlier.
Bandit also. That's just
Odd.
that just seems like a lot of normal summons because you have to run the 6 normals. You're running Tour Guides. You're running Rabbit and Guaiba, and then you're running Curry Bandit on top. That just
I guess the theory is the same reason people played in Hat. Like, you soul charge a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Rabbit can be soul charge, right?
I believe it just can't be special summoned from the deck.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Okay, so I guess Curry Bandit could also potentially mill Rabbit, and then that just fuels a soul charge play later.
So he still has another breakthrough engrave, though. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's 2 for Rick, right? Because he milled 1 first turn off a Curry Bandit, and then used
Can
the
that
other
only
one
be
on Rabbit.
used on your own turn, though?
Well, the graveyard effect can only be used on your turn.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that card would be insane if it could.
Yeah, definitely.
Honor Art gonna take. See, like even right here, it doesn't put him in the best situation because like there's 2 huge bodies on the field, so you're gonna need another way next turn to get rid of that. So I guess Judgment Dragon was Fiendish Shane,
Yeah.
so he would be at
I
2,800.
assume he didn't want him to mill.
Yeah, that could potentially be it. It was weird the attacking order because he attacked with Judgment Dragon and then attacked with Star Eater, and then the Fiendish Chain was flipped late, like it looked like after the Star Eater. So,
Okay.
yep, that's the third one. Oh no, what? Okay, so Judgment Dragon wasn't Fiendish Chain. Huh? That's really strange. If Judgment Dragon wasn't Fiendish Chain, why he?
No, it was.
No, because he attacked with the.
I thought he just was using the effect. I don't know.
I don't see why he would use the effect of a Fiendish. I don't know. It had to have been Fiendish Chain. There's no way he just took the Star Eater that was Fiendish Chain. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what he was doing. He was just pointing to signal that he was using the effect, not that he was attacking.
That's what I thought.
He makes Felgrand attack over the Levier, like I was talking about. Like, so now Levier was the big card that Rick needed to get rid of, and that's exactly what he did. Now there's Curry Bandit, Cabazals, and it looks like Light Mirror, I believe. Yeah, it looks like Light Mirror.
Again, for those players that entered our Winnabox flight number 2, please.
Mills, Double Glyba, Soul Charge, MST, and Torrential. That's just not good. Yeah, I don't even know what you could get right here to even have a chance on winning. Like, I guess Soul Charge is so iffy though, because he can literally just now he can summon a monster, use Felgrand to negate the 101 and just attack and make Soul Charge dead. The Torrential might have been. I might have went for the Torrential. It's a losing battle regardless. I don't think there's any one of those picks that was going to win in the game, but. Yeah, see, actually, Torrential would have been awful too. Yeah. I honestly just don't know why he's not going into game 3. I don't know how much time's left.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, there's 15 minutes left, so I guess
They
they'll
got
have plenty of time.
18:30. They have their own clock.
Okay, so yeah, I guess they have plenty of time to play this game out anyway. It's not like they're going to go into time. It doesn't look that way, at least.
Once again, for those players that registered for Winnabox
Is he gonna flip a third Fiendish Chain? No. Okay.
make your way towards the scorekeeper's table. Your flight will begin very shortly.
What do you think of this Dino Rabbit deck, though?
I mean,
Different.
game 1 he made it look very, very,
Yep.
very good, and game 2 you saw more of the problems with
The
deck.
downsides.
Yeah, it couldn't really get anything going. It looked like it had a lot of problem with a breakthrough skill.
Yep.
So I guess James has to go first and try to prevent any sort of milling because like breakthrough seemed to give him a lot of problems.
Will the following players please report to the scorekeeper?
I personally want to see Dino Rabbit win.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not the biggest fan of Lightsworn.
I was playing it like right after Philly, and I really liked the deck, but then I just saw all its shortcomings.
It's just it's not just the like what the deck lacks that I don't like. I don't think it's a good deck for the game. Like even if it was the best deck, I don't think it's a good deck for Yu-Gi-Oh. It seems like Konami's always been pretty supportive of Lightsworn. Like even back when Lightsworn came out, when Teledat was being played,
They gave it charge.
Yep, they gave it charge. Dark Arm was getting hit, and Judgment Dragon wasn't. Dark Arm